game. Shoot, I thought we had the game. The defense finally started stopping them. I thought we had it.
All right, we're about to go live. Ephraim, start us off. This ball.
So, what's up? Oh boy, welcome to Philly Uncensored Sports Podcast. We got your host, Tim Wayne, Ethan off tonight, but I guess he might pop in later on. But let me say this first. I know we live, but you can catch us on the platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, and iTunes. If you want to catch the live show. 28. Oh, here he decided to show up. He sent the text saying he ain't watching football no more. It's how frustrated he is. And but I understand. You know why? All right, okay. We lost the game 28-22 to a better team, obviously. Super Bowl champions and contending Super Bowl team this year, Tampa Bay Bucks, right? But what irritated me, it was a lot that irritated me about the game. But first and foremost, the officiating, this John, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy.
You could be that guy.
But the officiating, bro, the only calls we got was the outright calls that everybody saw we should have got. Other than that, the close ones, the pass interference in the end zone when Watkins got PI'd, the one with all our 4 receivers at one time got pass interference, all the stuff, the corny unsportsmanlike conduct at the end of the game, that call was absolute trash. Like you can't make a call like that in the fourth quarter of the game on the line. If you want to make that call, you make that call in the first quarter, second quarter, set the tone. I'm sure it was plenty of opportunities somewhere in that game for you to make that call with dudes in each other's faces, talking trash and all that kind of stuff. Come on, man, this is football. First of all, that call shouldn't even exist. Let's be clear. That call should not even exist. But if it does, you make that call early to set the tone, and then if somebody does it again, you say, you know what, we made the call early. We showing y'all this is what we playing. You don't make that call in the fourth quarter. That is complete garbage to me. All that being said, we cost ourselves the game too, doing a lot of dumb stuff. I got a lot to say, but go ahead. I ain't going hog all the time like when I need this tonight.
Did I miss something? I know I got on here late.
No, we just started.
And everybody started talking. Listen, man.
Yeah, no, Ephraim started talking like half hour.
The offense. This, first of all, this is not Sirianni and Hurts is trying to change and trying to turn this into a passing offense. It shouldn't be a passing offense. This should be a running offense. I blame Sirianni and I blame Hurts a little bit. I blame Sirianni because of the design of the offense, right? It's an option, it's a read option offense where Jalen Hurts gets the responsibility, which he shouldn't have, mind you, but since he does, he has the responsibility to either hand off or pass. What he seems to do a lot is want to pass the ball. He has to be forced to hand this ball off more. You have to call Sirianni, Ephraim said earlier on the board, he has to call design runs. You have to stop leaving up to Hurts to hand the ball off. Because what I'm seeing from Jalen Hurts is whatever he's seeing on the field, he likes either keeping it, running for his life, throwing the ball out of bounds, or keep it in trying to pass. He has to design this to more to Jalen Hurts' skill set, which is running the ball. Run the ball more with Miles Sanders. Help your quarterback out. And Jalen Hurts played awful, by the way. He played awful.
Well,
a lot I can get into. I can get into a lot with Jalen Hurts. I want me to keep going because there's a lot of seeing about him I don't like.
I put a lot of this loss on the coach, and I do agree with a lot of stuff. Of course, everybody know how I feel about Jalen Hurts, but with the coach, in my opinion, you should have kept attacking deep. You got the pass interference calls on 2 of the deep passes. Why not? Why all of a sudden go back to check down Charlie and start doing the screen plays? And then we see what a good defense does when you keep trying to do everything screen. They jumped all that quick stuff, and that's why you should have kept trying to hit them deep. I mean, the quarterback missed one with the interception deep once, but then you got 2 calls deep. Keep trying it then. The offensive play calling was horrible in my book, and the defense gave up a lot early, but then they buckled down and they made crucial stops and kept the offense in this game. And we had a Miles Sanders. Lo and behold, Miles Sanders shows up when they decide to hand it to him once in a while instead of the quarterback keeping it and running 50 yards to the outside and then sliding and going out of bounds.
And
This
why
game
did
was
Hurts try to keep it again and run
This
for his
game was
life instead of just handing it off again to Miles Sanders on the 2-yard line? What does he think sometimes?
This is what Eric. This is what my
Excuse
problem.
me. Excuse me.
Go ahead. Then say something then.
All right. First of all, this game I'm putting it on the shoulders of the coach, Sirianni. Here's why. Tom Brady's coach decided to let his running back actually run the ball. The ball ran about. I'm looking at the stats right now. Take away Brady's running attempts because they don't really count to me. They ran the ball 27 times. And so Brady did enough to win a game, but Fournette was the one who was dominant throughout that entire game. He led that team. We forgot how good Miles Sanders was because he got injured a lot last year, but he is a pretty good running back. We need to use him more in our offense.
Who does?
They
wait. Let me ask you real quick. Who does?
Can I finish my thought, please? Thank you.
Who needs to use him more, though?
The coach needs to call plays specifically.
You just gave Tom Brady probably using his running back, so now
okay, let me tell you this. Are they calling RPOs for Tom Brady? No. So what I'm saying is it's called, are they calling running play? There's no running play option for Tom Brady. But the point is they're called runs. They're called runs. They need to call running plays, direct running plays, where it's not going to the quarterback with the option of running the ball. That's what they need to do. But what I want to do is I want to go back because we jumped all over, but I want to go back to that first possession, first play. Kerrigan, he played this. He set us up because he should have got that tip ball or intercepted that ball. He just mistimed it. And so because he mistimed it, Brady just lost it over. That was a touchdown. So we started out in a hole. For some reason, we always start out in a hole most of the time, mostly this year. But then Jalen, our first possession with Jalen had the ball and he threw from the 40-yard line, the ball in on the 5-yard line. It was a good pass. It was just a late pass. The pass was late. But right now everybody kept saying he don't got an arm, but he had an arm to throw that pass. It was late. That's why
it was under thumb.
It was late. It was a late.
Listen, I'm not like Wayne and Ethan. I'm not questioning Armstrong, but the ball was thrown. First of all, it was a couple. All right, let me start from who I blame. I blame Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts equally. I blame them equally. Jalen Hurts, you know what? And I'm trying to ride with the bull. He's selfish. He's selfish. Either he's selfish or he's not football smart. It's either one of those two. Because several of those run option, whatever RPOs, he definitely should have handed the ball off and he kept keeping it, either to pass it or to run it. It's either one of two things. Either you think you see him better from a pass option, and that's a little bit selfish because you think you better, or you're not seeing what you need to be doing. Either way, something's wrong with that, bro. And I'm trying to ride with Jalen, but him and Nick, and like I said earlier on the text board, Ethan said it. At a certain point, you got to say, you know what? Run the ball. This is the play we're doing. Run it. So you not running the ball and seeing your quarterback is reluctant to run the ball. Now you're doing a disservice. Then on top of that, why do we keep it? Is it me or is this shotgun formation? At first, you first and go at the one, and you in shotgun. What type tomfoolery is this? Like, bro, we'll have no plays when you lined up under center. We don't have not one play when you line up in the center and go for a quarterback sneak. It's first and go at the one. Give me 2 to 3 quarterback sneaks in a row. You're guaranteed to get in sooner or later. But in the time that we got there, he handed to Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders gets the first down. Then Jalen goes in the shotgun. We go in the shotgun, and he tries to run it. Instead of just lining up under center, they wasn't even a goal line defense. He could have just lined up over center, caught an audible, and ran it right in. But, I mean, we scored some. I can't be too mad, but we making this thing too difficult. It's too much difficulty going on.
We got some good comments going on in the comments section. Well, first, Eli, how many you saying they should draw more quick passes or quick plays for that's mainly what the Eagles do is check down plays for them. So, I mean, like, how many plays at some point they do need to go deep more. If nothing else, they was getting the penalty calls tonight. And A. Reese, we all blamed Laurie and Roseman last year. We've been blaming. Listen, we've been on the rip of Howie for the last few years. Howie decimated this team. I've been saying Howie has been overrated as a GM for years. because everybody talk about the one good year he had, not about all the horrible picks he's made and the horrible all the horrible moves he's made. So we definitely
I want to talk about something because somebody said I don't know what an RPO is. Let's get into an RPO, right? The Eagles run the most RPOs at 76% a game, right? It's a run pass option. What it is the quarterback has the option to hand it off to the running back or to pass, right? Are we all on the same page? Mm-hmm. To me, what my eyes see, I would love to see the stats to see how many times Jalen Hurts passes it to run, to hand off. Let me start out. I want to see how many times Jalen Hurts during his run pass option passes to hand off. I would love to see that because to me,
not even just pass or keeps the ball himself. Like how many times he hands it off or keeps it himself.
There's no need to look. We only run the ball about 3 times a game. So you know what that means? If we run a 76% RPO and we only hand the ball off about 3 times a game, that means the majority of this 76%, Jalen Hurts is keeping it. And this is why I said so who's tonight.
This is what I'm saying. And Nick Sirianni has
fault for that. Jalen Hurts is at fault for that. Yes. But you as a coach, you have to decide, like, look, my quarterback refuses to run the ball for whatever. I know you want to trust him. He think he's saying stuff on the field. But if he dropping dimes and you moving the ball, that's one thing. When you're not moving the ball, passing, and you're not running, you as a coach had to take control and be like, run the football. And somebody asked why you complain when you score. The reason why I'm complaining is because for the majority of the game, that's what we're doing, and we didn't score. We blew so many opportunities from playing stupid. It was a dumb play to play. It's a stupid play to play. That's why we only had 22 points. We only had 22 points. We should have easily had 30 plus because we played dumb. Jalen played very dumb tonight, and Nick coached very dumb.
Let's not act like that. Let's not act like that last score wasn't set up. Let's not act like the last score wasn't set up because Tampa went for the kill shot and gave us half a field. It wasn't like we marched down the field doing this and got down.
It's football.
No, it is football, but let's not make it like don't make it like the offense.
Don't act like they didn't score off our turnover too. The turnover we had, don't act like they didn't score. That happens. It's football.
Mm-hmm.
I just see too many.
Well, it's funny how we didn't start from midfield the rest of the time and ran that offense. We didn't move the ball downfield, but
yes, we did because we got 2 pass interference plays that allow us to get down the field easily.
Oh yeah, and that one pass interference play, the bull Riga trash. I'm done. The second pass interference the bull got, he literally slowed down. That was a walk-in touchdown. He actually slowed down and got PI because he slowed down. I'm like, hold up, what is going on here? The bull trash, man. I'm done with him.
This bull just said, hold on, real quick, because Emo said, I don't know what an RPO is, and this is what his comment is. A RPO, the quarterback either holds the ball or throws it, depending on what. No, he doesn't either hold the ball. It's a run pass option. It's not hold. It's he either runs the ball or he passes it. Those are his 2 options. It's not hold the ball. Do you know what happens when Jalen Hurts holds the ball? Illegal man downfield. That's what happens. Why do you think we got so many calls from that?
We got the worst.
Too many problems with Jalen Hurts.
The boy STG Bass, he said we got the worst linebackers in the league, and I'm gonna have to agree with him.
Remember the ball? What happened to the ball from last year? Singleton. Remember last year he was making all the tackles and everything.
Was he really?
He got COVID. He got COVID.
Was he really making all the tackles, or was he just there getting trucked?
No, he was making tackles.
Singleton was balling.
He was making plays last year.
I mean, Singleton, he made plays here and there. I give it to him. He go hard. He
dragged around a lot. He get dragged around a lot.
No, he do. I'm saying, but he go hard. But he just don't have the overall skill set to be a great linebacker. He has the heart. He got the desire. He got the heart. Got him to the league. Got him starting. I give him all the credit in the world. But if you're looking for somebody who's going to take your team, defensive team, to the next level as regards playoff caliber, he's just not it. He's a solid bull coming off the bench. Give your starter a breather or something, but he's just not it as regards to starter. But he go hard.
Brandon Stokes, I want to know where all y'all people been now that's talking about Hurts not being a competent passer. Where was y'all at the first few weeks of the season when everybody was calling me a hater and telling me that And I was unfair to Jalen Hurts and all this.
Wait,
now everybody.
So Wayne, are you saying you agree with Brandon Stokes that he's not a competent thrower and he's not a decent football player? Is that what you're saying? You agree with me?
I do. Yeah.
Because that's not what you were saying before. You were saying you just didn't like his arm. So now you're saying he's not a competent football player.
And then what did I just now say? The way that he has played the last couple games.
Answer and just straight up. Don't put no caveats on it. Just
ask me the question.
Is he a competent football player?
The way that he's playing now, no, I don't think he is. And I thought he was coming in. I thought he was a competent player, a smart player, and everything else.
All,
and I thought
we know that's how you always felt. That's how you always felt. You just let you.
Hold on.
Ask me a question if you're not. Go ahead.
Threw for 115 yards with 4 yards. He averaged 4 yards a pass. Okay. I see too many problems. I see too many things that need to be fixed with him. Before the game, I said I'm trying to ride with him.
No, you wasn't. You or Ethan. You and Wayne. Neither one of y'all tried to ride with him. Don't do that.
Let me tell you what he. First of all, he doesn't. He doesn't anticipate coming out of like some throws. He has to do too much. It's too much he has to fix. He leaves the pocket too early. He makes bad decisions on the RPOs. It's too much, man. His deep ball.
He laid on some passes and stuff like that. It is a lot that I'm seeing that's stacking up. And I'm trying to be patient with him. I'm trying to be patient. But as a young quarterback, you do want to see a certain command of the game. And just kind of having a good feel for what you know you need to do. Tonight, he suffered greatly in having a feel for the game. And that irritated me because it was so many running plays. We was on the text board together. It was so many plays where you could have easily handed off to Miles, and he kept trying to pass it, and nothing was happening. It's like, bro, either you being selfish, trying to get your game off, or you not aware of what's happening on the field. And what's happening is they're playing your pass and they leaving Miles wide open. That's why when we finally started handing off, Miles was getting 15 yards a pop because they wasn't even paying no attention to Miles. But it's like that's the stuff you got to pick up as a quarterback. If they're going to entrust this responsibility to you, you got to be good enough to pick that up.
And this was one of my problems with her. And this is what I thought was, like I said, when you get against the better defenses that's going to jump on all those screens and don't let you have all the quick dump offs and all that, you would have to, you're going to have to air it out deep on them. And I mean, the Eagles did. I don't know. I really would like to know what Sirianni really feels about Hurts. Because if you really do feel that he can be your quarterback, then you should have kept trying down deep since you got 2 pass interference calls and you keep going at it and see if it keeps working. But the fact that he dialed back from that after the interception, he dialed back from really attacking deep like that. I don't think Nick Sirianni trusts him because I just don't think because you should have been bombing them with the defense they played. The receivers was beating their cornerbacks. So I mean, I
don't know if I trust Nick either. I'm questioning.
I don't either. I'm not sold on him either.
I questioned Nick early in the season, and I'm trying to do the same thing with him like I'm doing with Jalen. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm not trusting Nick, bro. I'm not. He running around trying to be, he's trying to be a fan favorite. He got the Dr. J jersey on the.
That's too gimmicky, man. I'm tired of all this gimmick.
He being a little bit. He trying too hard.
You talking about Jalen? Huh? You talking about Jalen?
No, Sirianni. He was running around with the Julius Urban like jersey hoodie John on or something like that.
Last week had Jeremiah Trotter on there. It's like,
yeah,
dude, when
Dallas t-shirt and all that. Like, all right, I see what you're trying to do, but it's almost like you're trying too hard a little bit. Like,
he think we from Indianapolis or something. He think we the Colts or something like Midwest. The people in Philly are not like that. We not slightly bro.
No, people Philly do it wrong like that. People Philly, yes, you do.
That's not us. That's not us.
Yes, it is. Because Philly be the same with mediocre talent people. But if they sit up there and they like, Philly, I love Philly. I did. No. Look at the bull. What was the bull? Jason Avant. Philly loved Jason Avant. No, they didn't. Yes, they did. Freddie Mitchell. Freddie Mitchell. Philly was loving Freddie Mitchell. Fred X. As many passes as he dropped, but because he was walking around with the fur coat.
Fred X had hands. Fred X dropped that many passes.
He had a lot of love too in Philly.
Be honest with you, I don't actually think Nick Sirianni's running a bad offense. I think the person in control of the offense isn't doing a great job, to be honest.
So you saying him not calling any running plays is okay?
He is calling running plays.
No. I'm talking about traditional running plays.
Listen, he's calling. He's calling run.
All right.
Yes, he
so let me
is.
ask you this. Let me ask you this.
He's running an offense that he's running the offense.
Do y'all know when we went to the Super Bowl? When we went to the Super Bowl, we ran an RPO.
Okay,
Wentz was handed off.
Let me ask you this. If you're the coach and your quarterback refuses to hand off to your running back, what do you eventually do?
Bench him.
Oh, you got to call a run, or you put Flacco in.
So you're allowed to call a regular.
That's all I'm saying. Eventually, you say, "Listen, bro, they're leaving the run open. Stop playing and hand the ball off." All right.
So that 3rd and 4, or was that 4th and 4 when we ran the ball? You think that was the design run, or that was a part of the RPO?
Hold on.
Late in the game, was it like 3rd and 4?
I can't even.
When we scored our last touchdown. Or was that? I don't even remember. That might have been a missed field goal play. That might have been a missed field goal play.
You know what Jalen gave me a little bit of vibe of tonight? He gave me a little bit Ben Simmons vibe. Like remember how Ben Simmons is like he'll have an irrelevant dunk. Well, I ain't gonna say irrelevant because that
not true.
Irrelevant.
Everything that Ben
Simmons would be scared to shoot a jump shot all game, and then all of a sudden he get a breakaway dunk and he. That's what Jalen did. Like
the points that Jalen scored at the end was needed.
And you throwing the ball. Well, he ain't doing
it reminded me. It did remind me.
Y'all some real hating dudes because the momentum was with us and the refs just snatched it right from us.
They did.
We was rolling.
I'm not gonna lie. I did feel like a little bit like that with Jalen.
Let me explain something let me explain something to people. See, you can't have it both ways. If I'm sitting here and I'm saying before that I thought that I'm thinking Nick Sirianni, that I thought that Jalen Hurts' only problem was his arm. But now I'm saying I thought he was competent in other ways. But now after watching it, I'm saying now I'm noticing other stuff and I'm questioning that. How are you gonna say you changing every week? Ain't you supposed to off of what you see? Ain't that what you're supposed to do? You watch what's going on and then you talk about what they doing? Or I'm supposed to just sit there and keep the same argument going even if you see other stuff going on? That's dumb. That's dumb.
So now those garbage time points. Now those garbage time points. William Spence.
Jalen Wentz got to get this thing together because he looking worse. He looking worse than Carson in his rookie year, man. I'm not like he do look legitimately lost at sometimes out there. He do.
Which is going to happen. Guess what? That's going to happen when you on your first year and you see.
And that's why.
That's going to happen.
This is very concerning.
That's why he should have still been backing up.
Backing up who? Backing up who? Backing up who?
Deshaun Watson.
Backing up who? Because you better say no Wentz.
Or a quarterback that we draft. Well, my whole thing coming into this season, I wanted them to have a quarterback competition. I wanted Hurts to show me he was ready to be the starting quarterback. And we didn't have that.
He's showing you that he's developing. It's called mature.
He's actually been regressing so far.
He didn't regress. It's not regressing. It's sometimes you have a bad outing. It happens.
You know what's crazy? Hurts is regressing, but Carson's starting to hit a stride. What's going on? Are we in bizarre world? Hurts is regressing and Carson's getting better.
No, listen, Carson better be getting better. He's in his 5th year.
He's in his 5th year. What do you expect? I tell you one thing. Dak is Dak. Last year we had a competition between Dak and Wentz.
Dak.
Are y'all still choosing? Let me say, are y'all still choosing Wentz over Dak Prescott? I'm asking for the fans.
Listen, what I'm saying.
No. Can y'all answer that question?
I'm not choosing. I'm choosing Dak. But
thank you. Listen, Ethan, what about you? What about you?
Listen, nobody worry about Dak.
No,
we worry about yards last night.
No, Ethan, are you still choosing Carson Wentz over Dak Prescott?
Yeah, I don't like Dak. I don't like nothing about the Cowboys. I would never choose a Cowboy player.
So you rather lose than choose Dak Prescott?
I would never choose a Cowboy player. You just show where your loyalties lie.
My loyalty lie with the Eagles. But I know
the matter is, Eagles need to get on the phone with Houston and stop playing. I've been saying this since the beginning of the year. I'm willing to give if they don't make the trade, I'm willing to give Jalen the rest of the year to go ahead and stink it up or whatever you got to do to try to get better. But if we got the opportunity to get Deshaun Watson in here, stop playing with me. Get Deshaun Watson in here, and I think legitimately we can make a playoff run if we had Deshaun Watson, in my opinion.
Not this year. I would like to see Jalen for this entire year because first of all, they're not going to let him eat up all that cap space.
Enough. I've seen it. He threw for 115 yards tonight. What more do you need to see? 4 yards a catch. 4 yards a catch. He looked terrible.
First of all, the time of possession by Tampa Bay was almost 2-1. So we didn't even have enough time to be out there to draw.
Yeah, because we kept giving the ball right back.
Because we kept giving it right up. Are you listening? Hey, Mr. Wade.
No, it wasn't. Their time of possession was that they had long drives going on.
How can we get drives going?
We did.
Yeah, because how about that? If they get long drives and then we get long drives, it still bounce out then, don't it?
Then the long pass interference passes that we had. All right, now y'all got me sound like Roland Martin. Hey, y'all got me sound like Roland Martin. Listen, a lot of long passes that were pass interference. That's why he got a lot of yards. But he moved us down the field with the pass. The first one that was a pass interference should have been a touchdown because if he would have threw him, did we score that? Did we score on that play, on that possession?
But listen, you don't do that because you can't sit here and say we would have had yards on that.
We scored,
but we're not talking about the score. We're talking about the yards. How about this? We would have had the yards and the touchdown there if the quarterback would have hit him and he didn't have to turn around and come back to the ball, getting the pass interference. He had the man.
The reason why he didn't have a lot of yards, he had two. We got down the field twice on 2 big plays. We scored touchdowns.
And the big play could have been a touchdown without the need of a call if he would have made the pass.
But
the receiver
what's the goal? Is the goal was to get a lot of yards or score a touchdown? I need to know.
Okay, so then why are you sitting there trying to give an excuse for them not getting yards on that play? But I'm telling you why they didn't.
I'm trying to justify as far as why he didn't have a lot of yards in the first half. I'm telling you because we got 2 big
the entire game.
But if he would have made the pass, he would have had the yards. You would need the penalty. You didn't need the penalty. He was there.
If you throw up the 2 big penalties, that's an extra 100 yards right there.
Come on, man. What you
behind Brady?
I know you want to get in.
What was he like? 12 for what was his 12 for 26?
He was 12 for 26, 115 yards.
Hey, Will, one of those passes wasn't underthrown. The one to Rieger, I think Rieger messed that up. Rieger slewed it up. Rieger messed that up, in my opinion. But the first one, it was underthrown. If the pass was on the money, that was an easy touchdown, in my opinion.
But the bottom line is, for anybody who thinks this, I understand this is we not coming into the season with Super Bowl hopes or anything like that. That's all well and good. But the bottom line is, if your defense is putting you in position to win the game and your offense ain't moving the ball primarily because of your quarterback, that tells me if you had a better quarterback play, we could have won this game. We could have won this game, and we possibly could have. Well, we got kind of gagged out the Chiefs game, so I ain't even too mad about that.
Oh, so I was talking about I meant the Carolina game. I'm talking about, last week was Carolina, right? Then we had Carolina.
The defense saved us the Carolina game. So we could have won this game if we had better quarterback play. That's the bottom line. So all I'm talking about in NFL is
you don't want to win this year. You don't want to win this year.
Why not?
Because we got
what? What year don't you ever want to win?
You're not trying to win this year. You got because you got 3 first-round picks. You're trying to build for the future. This year,
so wait a minute.
All about developing everybody. You got a young quarterback, young coaches. You do not want to win.
If you win, do you lose draft picks? Do you lose draft picks if you win?
You don't get the same position. You don't get the same type of players.
You lose draft picks if you win.
You don't get the same players.
Why not?
You get better players the worse you are. You don't know that?
You played to win the game.
Only one first round draft pick is going to be according to ours. The others come from other teams, right?
Exactly. And we won.
So even if we win, the other ones don't come from us. Like so what you want to do the whole win list for Wiggins again? Listen, that's how we got Ben Simmons.
If you want, and that was a good pick, by the way. But if you want to win in a National Football League, you need to get blue chip players.
No. If you want to win,
who's going to draft those players?
You need a quarterback. You win in the NFL.
Here, I would get pretty good.
If your best, notice who mostly wins Super Bowls and games. The teams with the best quarterback. If you have a good quarterback, is how you win football games.
And that's why we're developing this quarterback right here.
And
so you can only develop a quarterback when you're losing. You can't.
No, it's just this part of
you can't win. You can't win and develop.
It's all part of the journey. That's what I'm saying. This is
wait. Because you email keep talking about we know this is a rebuilding year. So you're telling me your quarterback has to stink to be a rebuilding year. Your quarterback has to stink because it's a rebuilding year. No, you want to see progress.
Did we say he had to stink, or did we say he just has to develop and he's going to have some good days and bad?
What has he developed into the last couple weeks?
He won us a game last week, and he always put us in the position to win.
He didn't win us a game. No, he didn't win us a game.
No, he didn't.
Special teams and defense won.
Special teams and defense won us last week, and defense almost won this game for us as well. So if anybody gets credit for the last 2 weeks of us winning, almost winning, it's definitely not Jalen Hurts. I'm willing to ride with him. Like the boy said in the comment, he said Deshaun Watson put the no trade clause, and I think I do remember hearing that, and said he ain't want to come to Philly. Oh well, let him ride out there in Houston with how they playing with him out there. But all that being said, I'm willing to go ahead and rock with Jalen, but I'm not sure if he's the real deal. We might very well be doing, you know what, 10 with the number 1 picks. We might be drafting another quarterback.
I think we will. He doesn't have all the tangible. He has too much you got to work with. I don't see it, man. I don't see it in this guy, man. I don't. I'm sorry. I like it. Good personality. His decision making on the field is. I'm telling you, I don't think Nick Sirianni is a terrible coach like people think. I think he has some decent play designs in there. They're just not executed right.
He trash. Nick trash, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's so funny how you willing to give Nick Sirianni a pass, and then you sitting there, Jalen.
Wasn't you ready? Hold on, Tim. Wasn't you ready to give Doug Peterson a pass?
What did you say?
Wasn't you ready to give Doug a pass?
That was running us a Super Bowl.
I'm asking you, but wasn't you ready to give him a pass, right?
That was the same year Carson went 11-2. So he went because he got Carson got his home field advantage. So, but you don't get that no credit. But neither here nor there. I'm not going back to that. The bottom line is I think Nick trash. I don't like what I'm seeing from this boy at not one bit. Not one bit. Ain't no way in the world you play about 5 football games, and I don't think we got 20 total runs. That is completely inexcusable on every level. I don't care how many RPOs you calling and who you put in a position to make calls. If you only got less than 50 runs in this will be 6 football games now. Nope. The coach.
Hold on. You know what I don't want to hear?
I bet Deuce Staley would have called some runs. I bet Deuce Staley would have called some runs if he was offensive.
You know what I don't want to hear no more? I don't want to hear it's his 10th game. I don't want to hear this. Listen, everything's sped up now. These quarterbacks he's playing the same offense he played in college.
I don't want to hear
it. It's 4 different offenses. I don't want to
hear it. You got dudes like Justin Herbert coming in. He threw 31 touchdowns and 10 interceptions in his first year. I'm not trying to hear it's his first year.
It's his first year.
10 games. I don't want to hear it. I'm not seeing no improvement over these 10 games. That's the problem. He's going backwards over the 10 games. I don't see nothing getting better. Tim, so don't tell me it's 10 games.
Tim, we don't want to hear that from you because if that's the case, you got to say the same thing for Nick Sirianni because he never called plays before. He never coached before.
That's why he should be coaching.
But I'm saying
the same thing was with Nick. Same thing was Andy Reid though. So
I mean, so you gonna say the same thing about Jalen that he should be playing quarterback if he's sticking it up the way?
No, that's different.
He got benched in college and had to go to different schools because he lost his starting position. Are you gonna say that he stinks because of that?
I'm not willing to completely throw the book.
You might as well. You already pretty much did.
I'm very close because I don't like what I saw today and last week. These 2 weeks combined to me is very disheartening. I was trying to ride with him, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing now.
He's gonna play better. He played against 2 tough defenses, but this is what you're gonna see against good defenses.
I gotta ask something. Remember when Hurts last year? I said he was leaving the pocket. This is if y'all read Jalen Hurts' scouting report coming out of college. This is what I need y'all to do. Go read his scouting report coming out of college. He's doing the same stuff they said in the scouting report that he has to work on.
Okay.
The same stuff.
And he's 10 games in and he's working on it.
Tim, this is from last year, 2 years ago. You have to get better. He's not getting better. Tell me where he got better at from last year. Tell me where Jalen Hurts got better at from last year or from what's on his scouting report.
So y'all telling me we got two Ben Simmons? We got Ben Simmons on the Sixers and Ben Simmons on the Eagles? Is that what y'all sitting here telling me tonight?
The only reason I ain't gonna say that,
no progress.
I don't think Jalen has
this no more.
But I think Jalen wants to get better. I actually think Jalen works on getting better. I do think he put effort in. I don't think that he just thinks I'm good enough as it is. I think Jalen Hurts actually puts the work in. I just don't know if he has it. Sometimes you just don't got it. He might be Rudy. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Sometimes a bull can have all the heart in the world, but they just don't have what it is to be that player in that position. I mean, but he might. He's like you said, he's going to have the whole year to figure it out. We gonna see.
If he make
what I do know is that they have about 10 days off right now. So in the next 10 days, they got a chance to look at this game film and realize that they got to run the ball a whole lot more. I hope Sirianni can get it through his head because the first 5 weeks, for some reason, he got to take ownership. If you see that your quarterback, since everybody want to blame on the quarterback, if you see your quarterback is not making the right decisions, that's when the head coach got to step in and be like, listen, dog, these are running plays. You don't have the option of keeping the ball. Run the ball. You have two good running backs. Use them.
He trash. Nick trash.
Yo, remember we were talking about Singleton? Listen, the boy had 8 tackles, 7 assists. Like this. You know, sometimes remember when Mark Semino with the Eagles, it was like Mark Semino had so many tackles. It's like every time you look at it, he around the play because he getting dragged around. What happened to Singleton?
Actually made some great plays. Singleton had the tip. He had the tip, which should have been.
Maddox had outstanding.
And I told y'all, I'm glad you brought that up, Wayne. Once again, as the only resident cornerback here on the panel, I know great cornerback play when I see it because I was one of the top cornerbacks in the city. The Bull Maddox.
No, you wasn't.
Yes, I was. The Bull Maddox is the best corner on the team. I don't care about Slay and all these other. I'm telling y'all, Maddox may be our best player in the whole secondary.
Now you talking about scheme.
Better than McLeod is still the best.
Now you talking about scheme.
Better than McLeod. I think
all right.
McLeod is better.
Maybe I'm wrong. But that last play, that wasn't no blitz. I didn't see a blitz. Wayne, you keep saying they blitz.
They pushed Tom Brady out the pocket. They ran heavy on the left side. Coming from his left, they ran heavy. He scrambled out to the right, and he threw the pass on the move. They flushed him out the pocket. They put pressure on him from the side.
That was the line that put that extra pressure. They didn't bring nobody up. Who did they bring up?
Did they get him out the pocket?
They didn't blitz. There wasn't no blitz. That wasn't no blitz. That's the problem. We didn't blitz them at all. That was not a. All right.
This ain't technical, bro. It ain't just you blitz and they automatically gonna get there. You still have to have good players to do it.
They didn't try to blitz him.
What linebacker and cornerbacks do we got that you think is good enough that we gonna throw these all-out blitzes and they gonna get to them and Tom Brady's not gonna find the wide open man that they blitzing from?
So you don't try. You don't try to at least to get try. Maybe you get burned, maybe you don't, but you don't give no effort. You just like we're never gonna get there.
I agree with Tim.
I thought the defense played well enough though. The defense made stuff.
That was crucial. That was the game right there. I'm bringing a house.
Stops. The defense didn't make crucial stops without this all out.
That was it.
Y'all, dudes in the chat. You know what y'all gotta stop doing? Y'all got to stop comparing Jalen Hurts to quarterbacks with pedigree. It's a difference when you have a quarterback that's drafted in the first round with a rocket arm and all the intangibles. They're going to work with him. When you have Jalen Hurts that don't have the rocket arm, he don't have all the intangibles, he's going to get less time because he has to do the little stuff better. The dudes with all the intangibles, the rocker arms, the Kyler Murray with the rocker arm and the speed. All them dudes. Listen, every dude you know name could throw the ball.
They got pretty good speed.
They got cannons. They got NFL arms. Joe Burrow, Kyle Murray. These dudes got NFL arms. They got all the intangibles. They have the pedigree to be an NFL quarterback. That's why they were drafted in the first round. It's the reason Jalen Hurts was drafted in the second round. He's not going to get all the breaks and all the time that they got. It is what it is.
Well,
but he's actually getting
a great
opportunity.
Dak didn't get
a great opportunity.
Dak didn't get drafted in the first round, and neither did Russell Wilson.
or Tom. But my thing is, I mean, it's listen, it is a lot.
But guess what? They came in from the jump and played well. Jalen did.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could pick out certain bulls here and there, but for the most part, when quarterbacks get drafted low, it's always an exception to the rule. You can always talk about Tom Brady and Dak, and Dak and Russ. For the most part, when quarterbacks are drafted low, is for a very good reason. And Jalen seems to be fitting the bill right now.
But that's the most quarterbacks is drafted in the first round are busts. So what you saying? Most quarterbacks drafted in the first round are busts. Most of them are not successful.
Most of them are.
No, they're not.
Name the successful ones late in the last 5 years versus the bust.
You gonna just ask me to throw it out?
I mean, look at the young boys you got. Look at the young boys.
Who's the best quarterbacks right now? Which ones of them was drafted in the first round? Which ones was drafted in the later rounds?
What round
I'm just saying, look at all them quarterbacks that's been drafted in the last.
What round was Kyler Murray drafted?
I mean, he was number one, wasn't he?
What round was Tua drafted?
You could name quarterbacks. I'm just saying. You're naming six quarterbacks. I'm telling you, most quarterbacks drafted are not successful.
I'm naming most within the last couple years.
And I'm telling you, most successful quarterbacks are not successful. Most quarterbacks drafted in the first round don't come up to be these.
So you think more? Do you think there's more?
That's wrong.
Is Mahomes successful? Was Mahomes successful?
Again, never mind, because y'all just
because you're trying to make a point that you don't have no facts about.
So are you saying the more successful quarterbacks are drafted in the later rounds?
That's not true.
I'm trying to understand the arguments you're making. I mean, I agree with them that most of the more successful quarterbacks are drafted earlier in the draft.
You muted, Tim.
Yeah, you muted yourself. That's because you know what
Zoom did.
Let's look. All right, you got Mahomes. He was first round. What about who else? Josh Allen. He was first round. Look at the top quarterbacks in the league. Mahomes, Josh Allen.
You're looking at the top quarterbacks. I'm talking about the quarterbacks drafted. You're looking at the top quarterbacks. I'm looking at the quarterbacks drafted.
They're going to be the ones you look at.
But guess what? The quarterbacks drafted.
You don't know because a lot of them don't pan out.
And guess what? The quarterbacks drafted in the later rounds, the percentage is even less that they are going to be successful.
Do you have stats to back that up?
Do you have stats to back that up? That's my point. I'm looking at the first.
That's why Tom Brady and Dak Prescott are such anomalies because you don't
round pick. First round pick. You don't have to be top 10, but your first round pick. They're very important in NFL. We all know that.
You just said that, Tim. You just said that like 5 minutes ago. The best players are in the first round. Now you
we need to lose so we get the higher picks.
Ain't that what you just said? Now you going against that?
I'm talking about as far as quarterback.
Watch and see what they draft next year.
I know you're not slightly. So I'm saying as far as quarterback play. If you go in the first round, it's more misses than hits. It's more misses than hits.
It's even lower in the later rounds. That's what we're trying to tell you. How many quarterbacks is running around in the third, fourth, fifth round that won Super Bowls? How many of them? That's why when they talk about Tom Brady, they always bring up.
We can name Tom Brady. Tom Brady just knocks everything.
That's my point, but he's in a not. This is why they always talk about him being drafted low.
All right, he can't be the anomaly if he's winning them all. Then who's the?
Tell me another quarterback drafted in the 7th round, like Tom Brady. Name me another.
First round pick?
In 75 years of football, name me another.
The last first round pick to win a Super Bowl, a first rounder.
Mahomes.
He just told you.
Okay, and besides Mahomes.
You can't do that. You just asked the question. I answered it.
I can name like 5.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you right now. Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning won multiple championships within the last 10 years. Eli Manning, Peyton Manning.
That's not 10 years. That's not 10 years.
Ben Roethlisberger, was he a first round pick?
Second round.
No, he was not.
All right, but it's good.
That's what I'm saying. But come on, man, stop. I think Richmond called might have. Aaron Rodgers went what? Late first round. He still went the first round, if I'm not mistaken.
You mistaken.
No, let me check. Aaron Rodgers.
Ben Roethlisberger, first round, pick number 11.
That's what I'm saying. I know he went first round.
I got 6 with Tom Brady right now, so I'm without y'all staying at the 6th shit. And then
so how many 6th-round pick quarterbacks went on to be successful?
That's my question.
Percentages, we don't know.
See, y'all ready? Before we wrap this thing up,
are we going to talk some Sixers?
I do want to talk Sixers, but I want to get y'all thoughts on the Jon Gruden emails too.
Okay.
Any thoughts?
Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers, the 24th overall pick in the first round. So,
I mean,
yo, hold on. Who's our backup? Is it Flacco or Minshew?
Flacco,
I think.
Man, I'm telling you,
when was Minshew drafted?
He might have been first round. I don't think he don't look like a quarterback. He don't look like a quarterback though. I don't even know why you drafted.
All right, Wayne, what's your thoughts?
I mean, the NFL is
Herbert want to talk about Ben.
Yeah, I do too. But the Jon Gruden thing, I mean, me personally.
No, hold on. We got our Tom Brady on our team. Gordon Minshew, 6th round, 178 pick.
Oh, he should be starting over Jalen. 6th round of Tim. There you go.
6th round pick. We got Tom Brady.
Go ahead. All right. Since you don't want to talk, let me just say what I got to say.
This is what you want, right? This is what you want.
I ain't even going to touch it.
I'm just going to say real quick. As far as everybody got text messages, emails where you be saying shady stuff and everything. So I'm not really mad about what Jon Gruden, how he was talking, even though calling the boy Michelin tires as far as lips.
Hilarious.
That was funny, but it was out of pocket. But here's my issue with talking.
I would take it out of context too, by the way.
Yeah, but
I think
no, I don't think it was. I saw pictures of it. You saw his lips. So,
I think we're taking out of context according to how Gruden talks. But
here's my thing: is I'm looking about the coach, the leader of men. How when the NFL was trying to make changes so that players could be safe and playing the game of football, he was opposing to the changes he opposed the changes that were being made. That was kind of corny to me. To me, I say you don't care about the men that you're leading, or you see them as commodity, and you like that's gonna hurt the game of football. So
stop it! Half the fans out there hated the changes they was making in the rules and was calling it.
But do you understand all the people that suffer from CTE that killed themselves?
So wait a minute. So when he was saying this, was he working as a coach or was he working as an analyst at that time?
He was an analyst at the time.
Okay, so what men was he leading that when he was saying this?
Well, he was a coach before and he was a coach thereafter. So you think
but he wasn't a coach right then?
Once he became a coach, all of a sudden he loves the players again.
His mindset might change as a coach, but he might. If you're talking about as an analyst and you're talking about as a fan, it's different.
No, first of all, he was worried about parents letting their kids play football. He's worried more so about the game, and it's and to me.
And he wasn't a coach.
That shows.
And he wasn't a coach. He wasn't a coach at the time. That's just like somebody. If you're a teacher and you're no longer a teacher at a certain period of time, is some things you might do. Whereas though when you're a teacher, you might not carry yourself that way.
So you don't get that. No, that's just a character.
I'm just not offended by all the stuff he said. In all honesty, to me, the only reason why they banned him or did everything to him, it had nothing to do with race, had nothing to do with safety. We know what it had to do with. Anytime you start touching the alphabet community, then that's when they got to shut stuff down. Let's keep it a bean.
Also,
because guess what? He made the so-called racist statements. They knew about that the Friday, and he still was allowed to coach. But then when they found out about the other stuff, then there was a whole issue and they shut it down. And the other thing is, who was he sending the emails to? Who was he cool enough to send those emails to that they had him and they've been hidden all this time? So that means people in the Washington organization, people in ESPN, all these people seeing these emails and nobody said nothing. So then if you're going to hold him accountable, hold all of them accountable.
Well, the boy Bruce Allen ain't never going to work in the NFL again. He was the general manager of Washington. That's how the whole investigation got kicked off.
But it goes back to Dan Snyder.
Let me say this just to give some context, and I'll start with this caveat. I have no idea if Gruden is a racist. All right. But according to according to interviews with Tim Brown from some of my sources, and also Darren Waller, he didn't say exactly what I'm about to say, but he said Gruden explained to them what he mean, and he trusts Gruden's word, right? Gruden uses the term when he feels somebody's lying. This is an interview with Tim Brown on one of them serious radio stations, and he says Gruden uses the term rubber lipping, all right, when he feels somebody's lying to him, and he was talking about the dude, what is his name? The dude from the Players Association. He was talking about him and how much he feels he's lying. And that's why he used the phrase, he has lips the size of Michelin tire, saying he's lying to that degree. This is what he said. All right.
So he should have just called him mushmouth.
I'm just putting that out there because that's one thing you don't hear nobody saying. Like the mainstream media are funny because that's all they do is try to compile on, and they like the mob bullies. Everybody do that now. As soon as a story get traction, everybody just want to pile on. Oh, he's racist. He's homophobic. He's all these phobics now. All of a sudden now because he made a couple statements here. So I'm not that guy. I'm not going to just pile on. I'm gonna tell you what I heard, and I'm not telling you what I know because I don't know Gruden. I don't know how he interacts with the rest of his black players. I don't know how he is in his personal life. All I'm saying is this is what I heard that they said he used that phrase for. Now, as regards to other stuff, when he talked about, Michael Sam and all that kind of stuff like that, I think it was true to that. I think it was pressure for them to draft Michael Sam. That's why Michael Sam eventually got cut. He wasn't that good. And they pressured him to draft the bull. And then they eventually cut him because he wasn't that good. But I think it was all about publicity. You got these NFL is a corporation, it's a business, so they trying to gather fan bases. They trying to make everything look all inclusive and things like that. And contracts, it's all all this stuff comes up. All this stuff comes up at the contract.
When he said Eric Reed should be fired, that was him loving black people or inclusive.
I'm not.
Because he says one black guy should be fired, all of a sudden he hates black people.
But do you know why he said he'd be fired? Because he was protesting.
Okay, because he felt strong about the protest. See, my thing is everything ain't race. Like a lot of it is, but everything ain't. Like don't stop trying to make something.
I think Gruden's a fraud. I think he's a fraud. I think Gruden's a fraud.
Could be.
I'm not debating that part. I'm not debating.
When chickens came home to roost, they never made me sad. Gruden's a fraud.
And Keyshawn Johnson
always called the ball. Keyshawn Johnson always called the ball out for a fraud. He always said he.
First of all, let's stop giving Keyshawn credit because Keyshawn was a fraud as a top pick. He was trash until Gruden got him a ring. Keyshawn was one of the biggest busts out there. Then all of a sudden he had a couple okay years with Tampa Bay and won a ring. Now all of a sudden Keyshawn was so great. Gruden made him great, so he needed. And I don't care about Gruden. If he is I don't care about the rich people. That's on them. But my whole thing is let's keep it a bean. Let's be real all the way around with stuff. If that's the case, do that to everybody, every way.
Clearly, Gruden don't have.
You saying Keyshawn was probably better than to any of the wide receivers he probably had on our team just because he didn't score a lot of touchdowns. That was a knock on him. He didn't score a lot of touchdowns. Better than all
the receivers we had on what team? Which team?
The Eagles. Who better than him?
You mean presently?
I honestly feel Gruden could be a fraud, and I'm not saying he's not. I honestly feel at the heart of Gruden getting canned, it was jealousy. The Bulls have been, first of all, Gruden was one of the highest paid people at ESPN at the time. He's making like $7 million a year at ESPN, right? For not even doing that much. It was people who logged way more hours than Gruden and didn't get paid nowhere near Gruden did. Then when Gruden goes to the Raiders, he gets a 10-year deal for $100 million. Bulls was even Stephen A. Smith. He's another hater. I fool with Stephen A. Smith a little bit, but he's a hater and he was jealous. I think at the heart of it, it was a lot of jealousy. Now, could Gruden be all this people saying on the racial tip? Yeah, it could be true and all that, but he got canned because he called Goodell out for one, and a lot of Bulls are jealous of him. That's why they allowed them joints to get leaked, and that's why everybody jumping all over top of it. Now everybody Gruden haters, Randy Moss on the TV crying and all this stuff like that. I can't believe this and all this old extra stuff. So it's like, man, they listen. They was jealous. Gruden may be all that, and if he is, then so be it. But
first of all, nah, we ain't gonna kill this. But first of all, why are you using your company email to send emails to somebody else anyway.
Well, it wasn't the fact that they were sending. It was they were sending emails to Bruce Allen, who was using Redskins company email. So that's how they seen the exchange. It's not like Brute was using. He might have been on his phone or something. But but
you send them to company. Y'all using company email. He sent them to a company email.
And that's why I say you're talking to other people that are okay with the tone that you're using.
They're like-minded. Birds of
exactly. They're like-minded. And wait, real quick. Listen, I'm overstating calling before everybody start talking about some I'm overstating saying Keyshawn was trash and a bust. He wasn't that, but Keyshawn, to me, Keyshawn talked like he like one of the top receivers ever. Like, yeah, he overstated his talent sometimes to me.
You gotta understand
I agree with that. I agree with Wayne with that.
All right, before we get out of here, though, Ben Simmons showed up this week.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
What I tell y'all? All these people talking about Ben Simmons got all the cards in his hand. Ben Simmons going to demand this. When it come down, Ben Simmons got $38 million guaranteed. He ain't got. What I tell you, they gonna start finding him. They start hitting them pockets. Then it's like, well, what I gotta do to get that check? Now you walk around the city pouting. Yeah. Him and his agent, idiots, the way they handled it.
Do y'all think he's gonna play for the Sixers this year?
I don't know.
I think he's going to end up having to. They're not going to trade him before.
I think if he plays, his value. He won't make his value lower if he plays.
I agree with that.
I don't think he will.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Because guess what? He's going to come back as the same player either been saying he was, and his value is really going to start tanking because everybody saw the new release videos of him shooting, and everybody, like Tim, buying back into the hype. Oh, I think this is it. I think this is the year. And again, eyes getting all wide, and he's going to come back playing just as trash as he always been, and his value going to
he's going to be the same Ben he's always been. You're right, but that same Ben that he's always been, people want it. Now They didn't want.
Did you read the article? They said the Sixers had no trade offers for Ben.
No,
zero.
We're talking about after this collapse in the playoffs, but during the regular season, people had interest in Ben. People had, even though some of us didn't appreciate it, whatever he was doing, the points and rebounds and everything.
They were just fleecing the Sixers to get more from another team.
What? What'd you say?
Who had interest in Ben?
There's a few teams had interest in him. The Sixers just was trying to get too much for him. Teams was interested.
They said no team offered no legitimate deal for not named legitimate. I'm sorry. They said they offered no. It was no real deal ever put out there. It was phone calls, talk like.
So the Wiggins deal wasn't. So the Wiggins deal. So now y'all gonna take it back? Everything y'all was saying about Morey, saying Morey was an idiot for not making deals.
I'm taking that back a little bit because they said I did read an article and they said Golden State never put up a legitimate deal to the Sixers.
How you know Golden State ain't just trying to say that to save face now since everything ain't go through?
That might be true, but I mean, what other deals have we really heard outside of the Golden State? When most of the deals that we heard was all rumor mill talk. It was all like the Sixers to trade for John Wall. They should trade for D'Angelo Russell. It was all these shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But I ain't never heard no team legitimately say I want Ben. That's
all I'm saying is the coaches
a whole lot.
But the coaches and GMs are the ones that voted him in for the All-Star game, though, right?
They did it because they like Doc. Doc is friends with everybody, so they wanted to.
Well, then why did they
vote? Didn't they vote him last year too, or he made it?
Y'all gotta realize, right? Ben, in order for Ben to work on your team, you have to have a team built a certain way, and you have to build a team for Ben Simmons. These teams trading for Ben, teams that's going to trade for with the Sixers are looking for Ben to help their star, right? If you're looking for Ben to help, is Ben going to help Dame? No, he's not. He couldn't help B. Ben's not going to help anybody. You actually need people to help Ben. It's the other way around. So you need to put players around Ben to help Ben.
I actually think we'll be a better team without Ben Simmons this year. With making no other moves. With Maxey, with Seth Curry, with Thibault probably getting a little better. I actually think we'll be a better team without Ben Simmons.
The reason why we're going to be a better team is because we actually got a backup power forward and a backup center this year, which we didn't have last year. The boy Yang is going to be a great backup for Tobias, and the boy Drummond is going to be an awesome backup for Embiid. That's why we're going to be better.
He will average 33, 34 points without Ben Simmons, and we will win.
And the 50 games he play, we probably will. right, y'all. We shutting this down. We went a little long today.
Wayne, you muted.
Yeah. Keep him muted.
No, I was froze for the longest time. I was wondering why everybody was froze but me. And I'm looking at myself on TV now and see I got a real dumb look on my face. But this is my only thing about the whole Ben Simmons thing though is I don't think that he's basically going to be a role player on the team with the Sixers. That's what he'll be. I'll take. But that's okay. I think that you're better. I think that you're better with him now than if you just trade him for any old thing. Especially if you're saying if nobody's offering anything for him, I'm not just going to give him away because he does have value as a defender, as a rebounder, and everything else. As much as I rip him for everything else, he does have value.
Yep.
I honestly think that's one reason why he came back. I think Rich Paul was like, look, bro, let's be real. Nobody wants you. You not that good. You got to go back and play for Philly and at least try to get your value up. So I think based on that, he may play. He may play. So we're going to see what's going to happen, but he going to be the same ball. I've concluded a long time ago with y'all. He's not that good. Let me say this again for everybody, all these Ben Simmons fans out there, GMA Leach and all them if he's tuning in. He's not that good.
Yes, he is.
Sometimes you have to come to the realization that a player, they are what they are. It's like Eric Snow. We always wanted Eric Snow to be a little bit better. We wanted his jump shot to be a little bit more wet. But at the end of the day, Eric Snow was what he was. He wasn't that good offensively. A great defensive player. He could get the ball passing. He had a pretty nice passing game. He wasn't that good. Ben Simmons just isn't that good. That's the bottom line.
But I agree with you. But that's what I'm saying. The problem comes in when people expect Ben to be the superstar. He's not. At a certain point, that's why I'm saying I'm not just going. He can be a piece on your team, just not that featured piece. Like stop trying to feature him. Take him for what he is. That's why I'm just saying I'm not just going to give him. I do think he has certain things that he brings as a part of the team in a role player, but not like the bench role player. But I'm just saying all that, like, just get rid of him for anything. I'm not going to do that. No, because I do think he has a certain value.
Hey, Brooks,
can I wrap this thing up?
Hold on 1 second. We got some good talk going on. Brooks AG, I agree with you. Rich Paul, he said he dropped the ball. Now he's messing with Adele.
Yep.
I said that like a couple days ago.
I lost all respect 100%.
He dropped the ball.
I lost all respect for him. He got a chubby buddy and decided that that's gonna be your wife. He trying to be in a celebrity world now. That's what he's trying to do.
Wait. Let me address something. Email. Okay, so you said the Eagles hired a quarterback coach for Hurts, who was coached by his dad, and all this coaching Hurts had all his life. Why do he still got so many things wrong with him?
All right, we know
he should be up in the head. Shouldn't he be above other people?
We done with the Eagles for the evening.
Shouldn't he be above other people right now? If he had all this, he had a head start. He had a coach, a head coach pop, and head coach this, and brought in the offensive coach. All these things in his favor. Why?
All right, Ethan, go ahead. What's your final thought?
I can't wait. How many years Ben Simmons got left on his deal? 4 or 5? Does he have an option in his 5th year?
He got 4 years left on his deal.
Oh, Lord, I want 4 years left.
I want him to opt out and end up like Dennis Schroeder. Ben is so Ben. I'm telling you, Ben the type of ball. Ben think he's better than he is. Watch him do something dumb like opt out his last year and get like a $7 million deal in the next.
He's gonna be like Noel. He got the same agent.
So again, thanks for listening. Eagles lose 28-22 behind the cheater Tom Brady.
And Sixers lose because Ben came back. So it's 2 losses in a week.
But again, thanks for liking. But make sure you like that video, yo. Let's get the numbers up. It's 40 people watching, so at least get 40 likes. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all after the game. Sixers. Well, we got a week off, so we'll just see.